Hello and welcome to episode 31 of the Long Distance Stitchers. My name is Megan,
I am also Megan.
and this is our channel about cross stitch. Yeah, this is gonna be our June update. It's a little bit late, and we haven't even made plans to do a mid-year WIP parade yet.
I
So
was thinking
I
about
know
this morning, we have to have a conversation.
yeah, everyone else is doing theirs right now, and I'm like, oh yeah, I need to do that. But then I'm also like, what if I finish a bunch of whips so that it's not like 4 hours long? Um, who
Well,
knows?
we won't do the full whip parade, right? We'll just do,
Oh, we're gonna do like everything that we had last year, not like
yeah,
we
I
did
don't know.
last year.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah,
We'll talk about it. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
Um,
think it was going to be everything.
this is not a whip parade. This
Yeah.
will be just
This
a
is just
normal.
a June wrap up, and it's July 6th because I was stuck 8 hours away from my home for 6 nights unexpectedly. Um,
Shoot last weekend,
cars,
and then
cars, I'm telling you.
not gonna be home. So
It
yeah.
is what it is. I'm home
Give
now.
me a few extra days to finish up my Quirky Quaker what goes for June. So
I got I would say of what I'm going to show you, a lot of it was done in the last week and a half.
when you were trapped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when I was on vacation, I say it in quotation marks because I had to go to meetings. Um, because I am not in control of my own schedule. Um, so when I was on vacation and then when I was stuck, which because I had meetings, I had my laptop with me, so I was able to work
That's good
while
at
I was
least.
stuck. So like whatever, I'm not as far behind, but I feel all discombobulated. So yeah.
I'm in a new part of my craft room today.
Yeah.
I'm trying out this little corner shooting thing, and then I have like a kind of display board. So right now I have this is the print that Megan sent me, which is from the Witchy Stitcher, which is also on her shirt. This is the ATC that I got from Michelle Bendy Stitchy. It's the characters from Blade Runner, because that movie came out the year that she was born. And then this is the print from the Spring Fling box. And then I was thinking I would also have like cross stitches like displayed. But anyway,
Mhm.
working on it.
We
This is the pillow that I
independently,
bought when Megan and I were in New York and we went to the M&M store in Times Square.
I love it. So I was gonna say we independently decided to cover foam boards with fabric and put them up. So I made myself a more expansive wall thing here with foam board because it's easy. I have all these fat corners of beautiful fabrics that I don't do anything with because I buy them because I like them and then
Someday a project will come along that you need them for, but
right.
until
And
then,
they're just stapled on along the edge, so most of the fabric is still usable. I mean, it'll get holes in it, but it's cotton. Unless I do something drastic, and then that's a choice, right? Or they might stay up there forever because I like it. Who
yeah.
knows? Um, yeah. So we're redesigning our lives. I did not finish my Crawfus overhaul. I think I did some more organization after we filmed, so this part is looking a little more going. These are whips and so whips and kits. It's like a mix. I don't know.
Yeah.
Everything that's in bags. And then
Mhm.
over there, there's some empty bags because I have a problem.
Yeah.
It means I have to start more things, right?
Yes,
If I have
exactly.
homes for them, then I should
Yeah.
start them. Yeah. Yeah. Did you pull a tarot card this morning?
Sure did. I pulled from my Tarot of the Divine, which I was looking for tarot decks on Amazon the other day, even though I don't need any more. And there's a sticker book for this deck coming out, and I was like,
Oh,
I
there you go.
pre-ordered it.
There you go. Yeah.
Look out for that soon. But yeah, I pulled from this deck, and I pulled the card, which is the Sun,
So good.
which for this deck is the Egyptian god of the sun, Ra. And it says the sun is success, birth, confidence. After passing through difficult times, Egyptian sun god Ra provides everything proves everything is illuminated with optimism and enthusiasm for the path ahead. So better times are coming, I guess.
Good.
It says satisfaction, accomplishment, joy, luck, and vitality. So I
I
guess
love it.
good news. Good news for me.
I pulled the Queen of Swords from a new deck that I got called the Creatures Tarot, which is by an artist named Sarah Kathleen. You can find her on Instagram. She did this tarot deck because she wanted a tarot that didn't have people in it and that was like more like less complicated imagery, right?
Yeah.
Still following sort of the classic symbolism and things like that. But
Yeah.
so, Queen of Swords, what I'm taking away from this beauty today is that I should be, firm with my boundaries. That's all I'm going to say about that. Firm with my boundaries. Um, this is beautiful. She's doing a Kickstarter for a reprint, either of this one or she has one that's like just like black and white, more like just line drawings. But similar, but they're really good. It's going to be in July, so because the decks sell out really fast on her website, I guess. I don't know. I just stumbled across it and it was there and I liked it, so I bought it. Because as you'll see, I'm coping with stress through gifts to myself.
Aren't we all?
It's not good. Oh, I was gonna forgot because
Oh
I
yeah,
have
you're gonna.
a thing here. Oh, but then now what have I done with my card? Where did it go?
I was one of the tarot people on Instagram was pulling from the it's like a dragon tarot deck, and then I've been trying to find that one.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think I found the same one on Amazon, but I want to buy it from not Amazon if possible. So just to be sure that it's legit.
sarahkathleen.co.uk.
It's yeah.
All
All
right.
right.
Did you finish anything in the month of June
I
slash the
finished
first week
something.
of July?
I finished two, actually three things. Well, one was an old whip that got finished, and then I finished my Quirky Quakers. So I was looking for my I had put my lobster kit from Such North somewhere, and I don't know where it was. It was under a pile of other things, of course. And it was just like in a tiny little bag. But I like tore, I was like, did I put it in my kit box? Did I put it in my whip box? Like, where did it go? So I was like pulling everything out of both boxes. And then I found this, which was still on a hoop. Because the last time I worked on it, I was like, I'm going to just quickly finish this. And then it just sat on a hoop for like a year. So I was like, you know what? Just finish it. So
It's
this is
great.
Bloom by Mislaid Pages. This was their second chart ever that they released for Try and Save Visibility 2 years ago, I think. It was a
Yeah.
while ago.
Yeah.
So I finally finished it. Yeah, it looks so good. I love it.
It's perfect.
I don't know how I'm gonna finish it. I feel like I want to finish it in a way where I can like display it. Like I'm not gonna like put it in my journal. We'll figure that out. And
Awesome
then
options.
I also had to finish my two Quirky Quakers for June for my WIPGO, my Quirky Quaker WIPGO. One prompt was a bug, and the other one was ocean theme. So for the bug, I did the lobster,
Ocean bugs.
ocean bug, and I did it with the kit floss, but then also this brown and blue silk that was getting passed around at Stitch North. Because you did yours in this, and I think Michelle also did hers in this. And I still have some left over. So if
And then
anybody else,
if you watch Jazz the Duty Nurse, they took all of Michelle's silk with them because they bought the lobster mob stuff at
oh
Stitch North and stitched that whole lobster in it. So
yeah, it's a perfect lobster color.
one of Jazz's recent videos, she shows the finish of that. So
And then the second one that I did was the narwhal.
go ahead.
And I used the same floss from the lobster for the outside and the doodads. And then this other blue is a different Brennan needle, just like splotchy blue. And then the lighter gray is a Roxy Flossco color. I think this one's Earl Grey, actually.
Okay.
And then the darker gray is also a Brennan needle, and I can't remember the name. But yeah, that's my narwhal.
So cute.
And now I have 4 Quirky Quakers on this piece of fabric.
You could probably fit one of the smaller ones in the middle too.
Right? Probably good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depending on how much you want to save on the outside for how you're finishing them.
Yeah, I'm probably just going to do journaling for all of them. And I also did a fully finish of my Quirky Quaker hedgehog and the bat that Beck gave me at Stitch North. And these are all things that we got when we were in New York. We got stickers and we went to the Met.
We got actual pretzels and hot dogs.
The Wiz, yeah, we got pretzels. And we walked through the woods.
And
then this is a sticker that I got from Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch at Stitch North. And our new floss tags.
Yep.
And then the card from Sweeney Todd. And I chopped off their heads. Felt
appropriate.
And then the sticker that Megan made from the Namarie.
I love it. I love it so much.
Okay. To commemorate that sort of 2-week period of my life.
Good times were had.
Cool. Now I can pin this up here. Did you finish anything?
I did actually. I have a few finishes. One, I just realized I meant to send myself the photo and I didn't. So I'm gonna pull it up on the phone and I'll show it to y'all right away. So I was both in the they go together ATC swap and the animal swap, hosted by Link Heather's my homeboy. I have opted out of participating in the next round because I need to get my poop in a group, but my animal swap has not gone out to my partner yet. I have not FFO'd it. That is my afternoon adventure because I was supposed to be home before the end of June, and then I was not home before the end of June, and then I've just been at work ever since. So I will be doing that today. But I had my ATC swap with me because I was stitching it while I was gone. So I went to the dollar store and got some finishing things. And so I made a little card and sent it off. So the pattern is cornflower and morpho.
Okay.
I bought it off of Etsy. I can't remember the shop name. They seemed like a legit shop. They've got several of these smaller flowers. Sorry for all the glare. But it was a delight to stitch. I need to pay, I knew it was going to have a lot of colors. It had a lot of colors. And so I will pay better attention to that the next time I do a tiny
for something so
stitch.
small. Yeah.
But it also it made it turn out so good, right? So I was able to send that from Prince Rupert, where I was, which is a small town on the coast on an island. And there's lots of stuff to do in and around Prince Rupert. Really cool stuff to do if you can drive just a little way out of Prince Rupert, which you can't do when your car doesn't work.
And you're stuck there because your car.
Yeah. And so I am intimately familiar with, wandering around Prince Rupert, but getting to the cool things like the bigger trees and the squishy ocean things, not so easy from downtown without a car. Which is, it's fine. It is what it is. So yeah, so that's on its way to my swap partner. And then my animal swap will be out the door either today or tomorrow, depending on if I finish it in time to go to the post office today. If not, I will go tomorrow because our post office is open on Sunday. Yeah,
that's nice.
Right. Another thing that needs to go in the mail that I thought I would not be able to actually show you because this again was also going to be in the mail before the end of June But this is my finish of Blue Morpho, which is Rob Zav Stitches pick for our second most magnificent ink circle round robin, which was organized by Julia at Jewelicious this year. They put us in Team Rohan, Riders of Rohan, with Trina and Pam. And so this was Rob's pick. He switched out all the colors from the pattern and it looks amazing. It was so fun to stitch, and I will be sending this off to Pam either today or tomorrow when I go to the post office. I'm gonna give it a little press too because it's a smidge wrinkly, but that's the joy of sending these things around, right?
Yeah.
I gotta figure out the best way to do things. I've got all my purchases lined up, so then I don't have a place to put my finishes. I also had two finishes for now in my Stitch for Pride. So this is Stitch for Pride. The pattern is from Dee's 20 Stitches. Dee had top surgery last week and he is loving it. And we're all so happy for them. But so this is Dee's year-long stitch along, which hopefully folks who missed out in December were able to pick it up when it was re-released in June. I'm struggling here today, folks. I'm going to try holding this a different way. Will this work better? Probably a little bit. I have the Called for Fabric, which is Determination from Jessie at Mislaid Pages. I have it in a 20 count Ada, which the very first drop had fractional stitches, and we all know how Dee loves a fractional stitch, but none of the other ones have yet so far. So I was a little worried. I was like, did I make a poor life choice? But it's been all right. So when last you saw, I think I had just started the May one, which is in honor of Ishay Barbash, who is a Jewish photographer and installation artist. It was very cool learning about her work. She's done some really cool things, sharing her journey in her trans gender affirmation experiences. So she's done some very cool stuff there. And then down here, there, that light is better to see it, is the June one, which is honoring Frida Kahlo, who, I mean, everybody, I think, knows who Frida Kahlo is. Dee's learning for this gave us some glimpses into aspects of her life that I like, her chronic pain journey that I had never heard of before. So I love the deep dive that Dee gives us to learn more about these artists, whether we already know them or not. And then it also made me very like verklempt and nostalgic for a very long time ago when I was in Mexico City and I got to go to the Frida Kahlo House Museum,
yeah.
which was cool. I was very young then. That was my first solo trip to Mexico City for a conference, but I took more time and just like explored around the city. It was very fun. For July, we are learning about Jeffrey Gibson, who is a Choctaw Cherokee artist. And I have not done the learning yet, so I don't know more than that. But the pattern is very cool. It is based on Jeffrey's work with Cherokee textiles. So it's very cool. That's what it's going to look like. So
yeah, I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, and it's going to go, if you're doing the spot sampler, it goes here beside the Frida Kahlo one. We're more than halfway across, right? Like our sampler as a whole is going to be about that big, I think.
Yeah.
Right. So we've got 6 more to go. Next one goes in here. So then we've got, you know, all the space to fill still. Looks great. And that's going to be done with this floss. I do have the floss pack from Jazz, who dyed a bunch of floss. Never wants to dye floss again, but dyes beautiful yarn. And yeah, so I will.
Oh yeah, that'll look cool right there.
Yeah. And then this is sort of jumping ahead to some of my purchases. But if you like doing those Cherokee textile designs, when you stitch that piece, or you didn't get these and you are like, oh, that's really cool, I'd like to do that. The craft experimentalist, who is also Cherokee, has a pattern called Basket Patterns of the Cherokee, which is also very cool. I bought this, so they had a bit of like a sale fundraiser last month for their birthday, slash they needed to move unexpectedly. So I bought this as one of the patterns, but look at that. It's
Yeah,
so cool, right? So I just, when I opened the July Stitch for Pride, I was like, oh, hey, cool, more stuff, right? And so, well, when am I going to stitch either? I don't know. Sometime, maybe this month, maybe next month, who knows? I'm trying to keep up with the Stitch for Pride. I did, you know, May and June back to back at the end of June, but they're done. And I did all the learning. So I'm doing all right, I think. I have another finish for now, which is the beautiful biomes from Christy at Pixie Cross Stitch. So this is the, sorry, my dog just came to say hi. He's so lovely. I missed him a lot. So he gets cuddles when he wants them. This is Christy's next stitch along. It's a somewhat of a companion piece to the natural world, and she's exploring the different biomes in our world. So we have done the tundra, the taiga, and up next, just to do a little preview, I can find my buttons again, will be the temperate forest. So we'll have a great horned owl, we have some ladybugs, we have some columbine flowers, we have some white-tailed deer, although, you know, some of us live where there's more mule deer, black-tailed deer. There's an acorn, and you remember what kind of oak? Does it tell us down here? I'm not gonna go too far because I don't want to pull up the pattern unanticipatedly, but a leaf. I believe it's an oak tree.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't think I looked at it yet.
I did, as somebody who lives in a very different kind of temperate forest. I was like, oh, I mean, we got some of those, but my forest is got a very different suite of deciduous trees in it. Less oaky, more aspeny.
Yeah.
You know, I live in a colder part of the world than other people. So I am going to, hopefully by the end of the month, put in the next one. I've been just pulling the border down,
yeah,
by month because it's not too hectic and stressful. And yeah, and I didn't pull out my floss, but I'm using a floss of the month pack from Hand Dye by Rolanda. So I took the darkest one, and that's what I'm doing the border and the borders across in. And then I used one color for this one, and then that color is in here. It's in the trees and the mushies. And then a second color, I did all the little animals in. And so the next band, I'm going to use that second color as and do it all in that and just sort of move through the colors that way. And then at the end, I'll cycle back to the first one. So it will be color themed to a certain extent. Although I do like how some people are doing, as Megan is, which I think you'll see some of hers, like pulling from a bunch of different colors so they can do, right? Like you could do the trees in green and the animals, and right? Like you could,
you could do them all.
Yeah. I'm talking a lot about each of these, but
that's fine. That's one of this.
I finished last night my Femurs and Fungi, which is this finish comes to you by the virtue of being stuck in a hotel room for 6 nights, with not like a ton of stitchy options. So this is from Fine Frog Stitching. It was the Femurs and Fungi Sal, when I took this on my trip, I wasn't even done the frames. I hadn't started any of the things in it. And now it's finished. So I just chunked away at it. The only reason it wasn't finished while I was gone is because I didn't have all the colors of floss that I needed, and I hadn't realized it. I did buy some floss while I was gone, but I hadn't realized that I was missing some of the colors for this particular one, and so then I
Yeah.
didn't have them all. So I got them when I got home and finished it. It's so pretty. And
Oh.
then, again to like pop ahead to the future. So Steph is doing a second stitch along called Plants and Petrichor, which
Looks good.
is gonna fit. So she's dropped the frames.
Oh,
She's given us
perfect.
how much space there is, but it's gonna fit here. Like I'm gonna have a smallish margin, but I'm gonna figure out the center and just plop them in underneath.
Yeah.
And so it will be like a really long wall of stuff. I'm very excited about that.
Oh, that's cool. That's
Because the
perfect.
frames, like the color, it's the same colors, right? So it matches.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I
that'll
didn't
look.
think I'd have enough because I thought it would be probably the same size, but it's not as long.
No,
So
it's like.
down there. I excuse myself because I could have started it higher, but it'll fit. So that's exciting. That it goes on sale next week, I think. And then the frames come out in August, and then you get the drops in the fall. Which there's less frames to stitch on this, so hopefully I can actually have the frames ready because the little drops themselves, right? Like this one, I think this one, or maybe like one of these scalds had the most stitches in it, but they're really not,
It's still not a lot.
right? Like even though this is a weekly one, you can do them pretty quickly, but and a lot of the colors are the same, which is like for the what she's doing. Like obviously there's going to be more greens and things, but it'll thematically run down. So
Yeah, that'll look really cool.
yeah,
That tornado, is that or no, that or is that murky?
No, this is, I forget if it has a name. I'll have to look in my thing. This came from a Be Stitch Me Halloween box.
Oh,
So it
okay.
might not
I
have a
thought it
name. I
was
don't actually remember.
I thought it was one of the ones that you bought to do Thurza on.
No,
And
no.
yeah,
Um,
it looks
it
kind of
looks
like
great on this, but it's not wide enough.
yeah.
But it said 20 count Ada too. I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Little tiny stitches. That's it. That's finishes for me. That's a lot.
It's a lot of finishes. You reminded me that I also had a finish for now that I forgot to talk about, which was uh my ink circles round robin, which is in the mail now.
Oh, beautiful.
That's the two halves of wildflowers. And yeah, that's in the mail.
It looks
I
so
was
good.
gonna send it before I was gonna send it when I finished it, and then I forgot that it was gonna be a long weekend and everything was gonna be closed for like 3 days. So but yeah, it's in the mail now. So hopefully I'll get there soon.
Love to hear it.
I'll move into my singular start.
Do.
So I started the Freedom Motif Sampler by Shaded Stitchery. I was gonna start it on Juneteenth, but I had some technical issues that night, so I just started on the 20th. And then when I did start it, because I had everything set up, it was all ready to go, and then I went and started it, and my fabric was facing the wrong way. So I'll show you what I had done before I realized that I had to tear everything out. So I worked on it for like 5 hours, and that's what I had done.
Just trying.
And then when I realized that it was completely, because it was like the piece of fabric was like literally just wide enough, and it wouldn't have been, yeah. So I took everything out and I started again, and I decided to go. Is that backwards? That's upside down. And I decided to start still with the basket because that's right in the middle, but then I went down instead of going up. I didn't want to stitch the exact same thing again. So,
which is fair.
so I worked on this for a few hours, for a few days. It's really nice. Kim's is looking so good. Of course, she's gonna finish hers before.
Yeah, and Amy finished hers.
Yeah, Amy finished hers, but she was already pretty far on it.
Yeah, yeah. It just looks so good.
It looks really good. I definitely want to work on this more, but I have so many things to work on. But anyway, yeah, that was my only start.
Excellent. I also started the Freedom Motif Sampler. I started in the top right corner. I'm using what is this? Fiber on a Whim, Hazelwood for it. And I've positioned it because I really wanted that greener modeling on it. So I've once I've sort of made sure that I'll flop off the fabric. Yeah, so I worked on this for just a couple days. I didn't take it with me on my trip because I didn't think my trip was gonna be that long. So I'm definitely gonna get back to it. You can see I left it on the hoop, which, but it'll be fine. Yeah, I love it. Also, fuck the Tories.
Love that one. Mine, I forgot to say the fabric is 28 count, so it's going to be like pretty big. And it's from Fangirl Fibers. I forgot the name. It was from my Muppet box.
Okay. Yeah, this is an 18 count, so it's going to be
tiny.
Not the tiniest, but more compact than yours. That. And then I also started Jack of the Forest by Curio Crafts. I didn't pull up the cover for this because I had 3 colors that I still need to put into this guy that I did not have with me. And I did not realize it until after, again, I'd already gone butt floss and then it was a long weekend, et cetera, et cetera. But so I got so much done on this. So I barely stitched the first 3 weeks of June. I did 20 minutes in the morning.
Yeah.
Be my coffee. So I had started him and I wasn't very far along. I had, I think, most of the arch and I had started to put a little bit of colors in, and then so now he's basically done.
Basically done.
I love this. The fabric is a 18 count Calypso from our favorite Kaylee at the sewing shop. More on her later. And it just looks so good. And look how much more fabric I have to do things.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I used a quarter of the fabric. This is my snail from Jazz. Smarties from my super secret Stitch North swap parter. And this little shrimpy was from Helen. So just my friends on my needle minders. So you all went on a little trip with me.
I love that. I love having the ones that people have given me. Because then when I'm stitching on it, it reminds me of them. And then even if I don't, yeah.
Exactly. Did you work on anything else this week?
I worked on quite a few things actually. So as we mentioned, I worked on my beautiful biomes. I sort of just skipped down and did that narwhal because I really wanted to do that narwhal.
You're in a narwhal mood this month.
I was very much in a narwhal mood. I was actually thinking about that. And I'm gonna get this out again because the Pick a Whip for July 1st was something with a bug in it, and the new drop has ladybugs. So I'm gonna work on this again.
Yeah.
This is a 30 count unnamed linen, 32 count unnamed linen from Kaylee at the sewing shop. Nice green. And this is a Threadworks, this brown. And then this is a Cottage Garden thread. I forget the name. I think it's Gerbera or something like that.
So good.
It's very pretty. And I'm just gonna do the whole one in this color.
Okay, so you're not gonna do the different motifs.
Yeah, I'm gonna do each one in its own color.
Okay. Nice.
I worked on that.
I love it.
I also worked on my Stitch for Pride. So I finished April this month, and I finished March, which I had a tiny little bit down here to finish. And luckily, my guardian angel sent me more floss. It was like literally like she was like, it's in the mail. And then all I needed was one strand. I needed one
Yeah.
single 2-ply strand. And then, yeah, so I worked on this a lot and I finished it. And I did my writing in the blue
I might
because,
go back and change mine because it is hard to read.
yeah. And I also really liked because I saw everyone doing theirs and a lot of people were doing it in the red that they had chosen for this one just to like tie those two together. But then when I was looking at the actual like exhibit and a lot of the writing was like ink pen. It was like just
Mm.
like the point pen. So I wanted to do it in like a blue.
Yeah.
No. And since I hadn't actually used the actual January color, because I had started it before I got the flosses, so that's the actual January blue.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I really liked this one. This one was a lot of fun. People said it was a lot of stitching, but I didn't really find it
It
like
it
it's
is a lot
fun
of
stitching.
stitching, but it's not like
It's not boring stitching. Like
it's
I
not
still
boring, and like there's a mix of like interesting shapes and things, but also like just like, fill in. So yeah.
and then my May one will go up here, and I counted perfectly to fit June here,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna put July down here
Nice.
because mine is gonna go down instead of across
Yeah.
because the fabric is wrong. I was supposed to go this way, but I'm a rebel, so
It's gonna look so good.
it's gonna look fantastic. I'm not concerned. I know it'll look so good, and then yeah. But I do really like how it's turning. And then my WIP Go call for June, well, one of my WIP Go calls for June was to work on a stitchy or a stitch a witchy. So I got out the Stitcher's Grimoire. I'll show the picture because there's quite a bit. There. So yeah, it's a pretty big one. This was one of her Patreon patterns.
I think this one might be available. Not.
Yeah, I think it's available now. But I really liked it and I wanted to start it right away. And this is 20 count Putricide from Kaylee at the sewing shop. So far I've only stitched in 310. I started in the middle at the top here and then I worked down to the letters and then I went back up and started doing the moons and then I stitched more letters and now I'm starting to work on the outline of the book.
Excellent.
Yeah. And so my goal is 10 hours per call. I think I have a few more hours left on this one.
Oh,
So
so you'll
it's,
make some more progress on that one.
yeah, it's still in the frame. I want to at least like I want to start something inside the book. That's the goal. So there's only so much 310 stitching you can do.
What are you talking about? I think I'm gonna buy.
Yeah, I should get one. I have skeins of 310 everywhere. Every single project has one.
You know who
And I'll
sells
just
cones?
borrow. Hmm?
Kaylee sells cones.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, I'll just like borrow 310 and then I just have like a floss drop with 310 that just like gets passed around from project
I
to
just leave it
project.
next to my sewing spot upstairs. I just have 310 there and like Blanc,
Yeah,
right? It doesn't need to go in the kit, it just exists.
exactly.
Mhm.
And the last thing that I worked on, which was also a pick a whip, and the prompt was something that someone else picks for you. So I asked Megan to pick something for me, and she told me to work on my Yalda to Nowruz. I think I still have like an hour and a half left of that call because the goal is 5 hours. So I can probably finish this band.
I'm gonna show the folks what it's gonna look like. More or
Yeah.
less, both of us have made some choices in our band selection.
Yeah, so I'm working on, you can see that one, the sixth band there. One, two,
This
three.
one,
That's the one I'm working on.
birds with their beautiful giant tails.
And I'm doing those little, I don't know what they are, wheels in the border color, and then the other is a sulky. So all of the blue ones are sulkies, and then the border is three different Brennan needle colors that are similar. And I'm doing it with one strand on 18 count. So I'm just doing like I'll pick one strand and I'll just stitch with it till it's gone. And then I pick a strand from a different one. And I think it looks really cool. And this is perfectly pastel, also from Kaylee. Everything I stitch on is Kaylee fabric. Yeah, my Stitch for Pride.
Perfection.
This is also Kaylee, in case anyone didn't know that. So yeah.
So good.
Oh no, there's something else here. I worked on one other thing. I forgot. This is my Thurza. Thurza was my WIP Go call for May, I think. But I still had to work on it at the beginning of the month. So that's Thurza Goes Gone. And I worked on this for 10 hours. And I had just started this basket. I hadn't done the bottom, I just had the green. So it's completely done now, which was a lot of stitching. And then all these other doodads and the start of this peacock.
Fantastic.
Brand new. And this is actually not Kaylee fabric. This is from Brennan Needle. There. I do stitch on other things sometimes.
They also dye beautiful fabrics.
Yeah. And that's all the DMC because they're a perfect color.
I was gonna start that last week when I got home for Dee's transformation cell.
Yeah. I was gonna work on it again for them.
So I will probably start that this week. Maybe even today. We'll see.
Haven't started.
Gotta finish my jacket.
Talked about starting it for so long.
Well, I was supposed to start for your birthday, and then I didn't get fabric, and then I got the fabric, and then I just like it's just been sitting there, so I gotta pull it out.
Okay, that's on my WIP.
Okay. I only have two other things that I worked on this month. So I also worked on my Yalda Tenuru's. First of all, look, my border is complete. It feels like I did that 18 years ago. I did that at the start of June, shortly after we last filmed. I had a little work trip, so I stitched it in the car and I finished that border. And so then I've also finished this band, which I don't remember all the colors that I put in there, but I put in this beautiful blue. I did the trees in one color. I did this in another color. And then the bird is in the same color as these motifs. Because I think these are feathers.
Yeah, maybe.
Tell me, Miriam, am I right? Am I wrong? And then I've started this one with the suns and I'm doing orange and yellow. This is the same yellow from up here. So.
Oh yeah.
And then for this one, I hadn't decided because it's got like the people and the cats and things. So what I think I'm gonna do, because I was like, I want to put my little family in here, and then I was like, oh, we should be with the animals, but I think I'm just gonna do Daniel, me, and one of them, and one for each of Badger, Zuzu, and Boss.
Oh, you're gonna change. Okay, yeah, I like that.
So
that's cute.
So I've sort of decided. So I will fill those in, and then I've just got the flowers and the bees. There's the band with the words, and then the last one, which is also it's more flowers. So
yeah. Oh yeah, the poppies, right?
Yeah. So I'm gonna keep plugging away on it. It's really good car stitching. This one, but I didn't stitch on it in the car on my little road trip, but because I had other things. Fair
enough. Yeah, and you got a lot of progress on other stuff.
Pardon?
You got a lot of progress on other stuff.
Yeah, right. And maybe I'll take it. I have to go to another campus on Wednesday. We're gonna go decide if we're gonna destroy walls or not. But I can take it because I'm not driving. So. Yeah, we're gonna road trip in the fancy new electric truck that our facilities team bought.
Oh, that's exciting.
We're just making it fun. Okay, and then the last thing that I worked on is I got Visit with Helen and some working on my Angel of Love. So I mostly did the light blue, which when you look at it like this, it doesn't look like a ton, but it's actually a lot of stitches, but it's all
Yeah.
spread out, right? So, but working on that. So I'm gonna just work one color at a time. There's enough things to count off of. So
Mhm.
I'll work my way through to start doing her dress. And I still can't decide if I want to do the beading on the top and then do the bottom. It's then it means I have to work on the bigger frame, but we'll figure it out. I've got this is not really like preempting haul because I'm not going to show it, but I bought myself a Lowry stand. And so it's upstairs and so it can hold things for me much easier.
Mhm.
So I should see if I put this on a big enough frame if it would hold it well enough.
Yeah.
I feel okay working on it on that. I don't know. My little frame here holds it well at this size, but once you get anything sort of
Oh yeah.
it's too big for that. This is 11 by 11. So
Oh,
the max for this
the
one.
max that'll hold, yeah.
Well, it hold well.
Mm. Yeah.
It,
Without like,
or you don't feel like you're readjusting it all the time.
yeah, which is kind of
The
annoying. And like,
Lowry stand clamp is
yeah, like defeats the purpose of having a stand if you still have to
right.
hold it.
So that's everything I stitched on, and that's everything you stitched on. I did a little knitting too, but I didn't bring it downstairs. So
Mm.
I don't do that as much as other things. I'll just show you when I finish things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, happy mail. Do you have happy mail?
I have Stitchy Kindness.
Yeah, that's happy mail. Ooh.
Michelle sent me the Pirate Stitch Box book.
Oh, nice.
I am so excited. I may or may not have already sent away for materials to stitch this the Black Pearl by Witchy Stitcher.
So good.
Yeah, I have
Did you buy a cone for that?
I not a well, I guess it's like a sulky cone. It's like 330 yards or
Oh,
whatever.
then yes. Yes, you did.
And I'm paying an extra fee just to get it across the border because they probably had to put it in like a giant box.
It has nothing to do with the size. It's about the
Oh, it's
total
about how
amount.
much it's worth.
Yeah,
I should have
total
made
amount of your
I should
purchase.
have made smaller, like 3 smaller orders then if I had known.
Yeah, because that would be less than shipping then.
I didn't think about that, but that yeah.
Yeah. The
I'll remember that for next time.
mm-hmm. It's weird though. So I got back from my trip and Daniel had bought me a box of yarn for my birthday, which I'll talk about in a minute. And that was here. And I had bought myself a different box of yarn and I had to go pay customs. The one that he bought me was worth a lot more. I didn't look, I should look at I still have the packaging. I should see what she put on the label. Maybe she underestimated the value. I don't know. I was just surprised.
Yeah. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
I'm also really excited for this one. Um, and I already ordered the DMCs from Kaylee, which will come with my next order of fabric. Because I was like, I could just go to Michael's, but then I was like, I'm already buying stuff anyway, and she has all the DMCs. So
You just pop them in there for you.
like only 4 colors. But I thought about like subbing them for something else, but I think it just wouldn't look the same. And then I have like a lot of like dark moody fabric, although this is on opalescent, which I also really like. I do have an opalescent that might work. Let's see. But yeah, there's so many good patterns in this one. This is the one box that I was like, I regret not getting that box. Like as soon as the pattern started coming out. So I'm very excited. It's also this one, which is a lot of stitching, but it's so cool.
And those are your colors.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, it's a very good thing.
Right.
I will treasure it for always. And then low-key somewhat related to Michelle Bendy Stitchy, but also my friend Megan sent me pocketbook peacocks, and there is a very long and interesting tale about why I am now the proud owner of this pattern. But yeah, just things happen, and you
It's
do.
fine. It's
Yeah.
fine. I just am not with it. I blame work.
Yeah, I blame work too. But I'm very excited because I have the patterns from the original bird box that this came out in, and I love them. And it's dinky dye silk, and they're absolutely gorgeous. But then when she released this, I was like, oh, I love those colors too, and now I want to stitch them both.
Yeah, I think I'll do both colorways.
Because I think it looks so cool. And also on the original thing that she like based it on, there is like two sets of birds. So it actually kind of makes sense to do them twice.
Yep. I love it.
I think it's really
Maybe
cool.
more on that in a bit here.
Yeah. Oh, really? And then I also got my last, no, not my last, my second ink circles project for my round robin. So this is Blue Tulips. This project was started by Cindy in our group, and I think she's using the call force. It looks pretty similar. But yeah, some really pretty colors here. This is all classic color works.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah. And this one is, this will be the fourth quarter. So that I'm the last one to stitch on this one because we had one person who didn't start theirs, but then they stitched on the next one that they got, and then they started theirs
A little out of order.
Whatever. It's fine. It'll be fine. So yeah, so I just get to do the last little part of this.
What size is that fabric?
I think we're all doing 16. This is all 16 count.
Okay, so that's just a smaller pattern overall.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, it'll be a good little quick stitch. Yeah, we're team 16 count, I believe. Yeah, 73 by 73.
Okay, yeah.
Little palette cleanser.
Yeah, just a little quickie.
And it'll be finished. How exciting.
Right?
And then I'll get the last one for like the fall.
Mm-hmm.
So that was all my.
So you're happy
my
now?
mail. And then
I
I have
got my next ink circles as well. So this one is Trina's, and she chose Half the Fun, which I have started. I have balloons and a little bit started. So maybe this will motivate me to work on mine a little bit.
yeah.
Trina is stitching it with this beautiful hand dyed by Rwanda, which is delicious, which I have just made a little tangle. I will fix that.
Well, I feel like I've seen this one on the internet. Looks familiar.
Trina might have posted it. I can't remember. And then Rob posted his finish recently, so you probably saw that. But I'm not 100% sure. I think it's oriented this way. But this is, so Trina has stitched on it and Rob has stitched on it so far. I don't know if this is a Rolanda fabric or a different fabric. I don't think there's anything in the notes. So Trina, weigh in. But the color combination is fantastic. And I am looking forward to getting some stitches in on this one.
Yeah.
We're Riders of Rohan. All of ours are on 36 count.
We're the Shire.
Nice. And then I can't remember if I showed this last time or not, but I also got Danielle's Carolyn Manning piece because my team from the first Most Magnificent Ink Circles, Team 14 count, we decided to do a Carolyn Manning round this year. So this is Danielle's, and I did not look at what the pattern is. It's one of the Christmas ones, and she's beautiful red fabric for it. And so I am going to be stitching on this month. I'll do this month. Our timing's a little bit off. This I don't have to send until September, so it might not come out until August. We'll see. Look at that. But those, because I can't remember. This might have come like just after we filmed, maybe.
Mm.
I honestly can't remember if I showed it or not. So if you've seen it twice, well, it's nice to look at. So like, um,
You've
and
seen it.
then I got my animal swap, and I haven't even sent Megan a picture of this yet.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember hearing about this.
So the first swap I did, I was really lucky, and I got Hannah was stitched for me, Black Song Stitching, if you recall, and she made this beautiful.
Yeah.
This is Winter Cup of Winter, I think is the
Yeah.
title.
Or
It's a
comfort?
kari,
Something like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's a uncanny kari pattern, and
Yeah.
she did it tiny, and she put in this, and it's like there's a magnet in there, and I love this, and this is the stitching spot, and it holds random things, which I took
Mhm.
off to show you, and then was able to just put back on just like that. But so Daniel texts me yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. He's like, "You got a box from Korea." And I was like, "What did I get from Korea?" And he's like, "It says stationery." And I thought maybe it was like just like a thank you from Hannah. Cause I was like, I wouldn't have her again. Oh no, no, no. Oh no. No, no, no. Hannah stitched for me again. And she like knocked it out of the freaking park. She stitched this jaguar shark and she did the color so it matches my tattoo.
Oh my god!
And it's teeny tiny stitching.
Is it
Uh,
on a bag?
yeah, and
That's
then she hand stitched it, satin stitched it to this pouch.
that
So
is
you like it,
so incredible.
right? I love it so much. I am blown away.
Saying you needed more little bags.
Well, can I use this? You just have to try. I'll just pin it to my board.
Yeah.
So good, so good. And then she sent me these really cute post-it notes. Stay on
Okay.
an ocean theme of these divers.
Oh, that's so cute.
Cute. A note on this beautiful postcard.
Mhm.
Still getting used to where the camera is in this new situation. A couple of really pretty red words.
Very nice.
And then a little Korean snack.
Of course. Always gotta have the Korean snacks.
What did she say these are? Dark chocolate with toasted buckwheat. A
Oh,
bougie crunch bar.
that sounds really nice. Yeah.
But I am amazed. Thank you again, Hannah. I love
That
it
is
so
so good.
much. So, folks, sign up for the swaps because you might just be lucky, and Hannah will be the one.
Yeah. Literally the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Her stitching is so perfect.
It's such a good job. Wow. Yeah, the fade is so good.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
I sent her a picture of it right next to my tattoo.
Good.
Matchy. That's my happy mail. And it was happy mail.
I was very happy.
Yesterday was a little rough, so it was nice to come home to a good surprise.
Mhm.
And I will get my partner swap in the mail so that they can also hopefully be very happy as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's not a jaguar shark.
But would anybody else appreciate a jaguar shark as much
Also,
as you?
they did not say that they like jaguar. I mean, I don't think I said I like jaguar sharks either, but
No, she just knew that about you.
yeah,
I guess. Yeah. Wow. That's a really good one.
right, right. So I love it.
Yeah.
Did you buy anything for yourself?
Oh boy. Well, not a crazy amount of stuff. And I have two orders that are still coming that haven't arrived yet that I thought would be here in time.
Don't we all?
So I did Sheba Designs, my friend and yours, Melissa. She did a shop update last month. It must have been June.
It was early June.
Yeah, early June. Yeah. And she had made a bunch of bags with the Tula Pink RAR line of fabric. And I really, really like this one. And I love how she framed it. So it's like a perfect little scene. And this is just a regular thread bed. Because by the time I got there, everything else was gone. All the bags were gone. Everything was gone. And then so I got this my one Roar Dino fabric one, but then I also got another deluxe thread bed, which was on sale. I don't know why she puts things on sale, like, but I'll
I think she just moves stuff that is
get rid of
similar, right? Because the
it.
stuff she had on sale, like she had that sale bin at
At
Stitch
the
North,
store.
and it was all good stuff, right? So,
Yeah, like
mhm.
I would still pay full price for this. But yeah, so I bought this little hedgehog deluxe thread bed, which I absolutely love these, and I'm gonna get more because these deluxe thread beds are incredible.
They're
They hold all
delightful.
your stuff. You just fold it up and shove it in your project bag and walk away. You don't have to worry about putting everything away. It's fantastic. And it's so cute.
It is so cute.
So I was like, oh, I wish I'd gotten a project bag with dinosaurs on it. So then Jasmine Custom Bags Jen posted a bag that she had made using the same fabric line, and it was already sold. And so, like, jokingly, I commented, "Oh my God, please make more." And she sent me a message and she said, I have enough fabric for one more small project bag. Is that okay? And I was like, yes. I was like, I'll send you money right now. And she was like, oh, okay. She's like, I'll send you an invoice when it's done. And I was like, okay, like, but literally, I will send you money right now. Like, yes, I want it. Do not worry. I want it. And so I got it.
So good.
Once again, like such perfect framing.
So good.
Like this is just like a beautiful glamour shot of that T-Rex. And
Tulip
then
Pink is a gift to us
like
all.
yeah, this like sparkly vinyl. And then I also got this at this I bought separately. It's just like a little keychain thingy. But
It's a
yeah.
nice pull. Is it fabric on the back or is it vinyl on the back? More of the fabric, yeah. Lovely.
Yeah.
I have a fat quarter set of that whole line, and I will do
Inside
something
is this green.
at some point.
Yeah, I also bought a bunch of the fabric as well. Yeah, I like this green too. I don't
Mhm.
know what I'm gonna do with them. Learn how to sew my own project bags maybe.
Yeah, there's lots of tutorials.
But I'm excited because then I'm gonna put this in there and
Okay.
they will live together. Yeah. I was so, so happy when she messaged me. And yes, now I have my very own dino project bag. So I guess I have to put more things in project bags because I have some more project bags. So I also did a Kaylee order. So she was doing a deal where if you spend $50, you get a free project bag. If you spend $100, you get a project bag and fabric. Is that right?
Something like that, or the other way, maybe.
Obviously, I spent $100. So I had to. So I got the Halloween mystery kit. So this is my bag. First of all, I thought that the mystery kits were going to be little small bags.
I
This
think
is
I think it's luck of the draw because
yeah,
I
it's
got a
all
different bag for mine than you did, right? So
and it has this ghosty tarot card. Zero.
okay.
It's so cute. But yeah, look at this. Look at these cats. So cute. And here's all. Oh wait, no, I mixed them up. So this is the Halloween fabric. So just a bunch of ornament cuts. And I got the Ada one. So I got the Easy Grid, this orange, nice, brown, and purple, and fluorescent green, and like a gray. Another one, just like perfect for like little Halloween smalls. This really nice purple. Love that. And then because I had
Wrong.
to
Really
spend
cute.
more money, I also bought this project bag, which I had my eye on for a
Fail.
while. And I would always like check and see if it was still there, and it was always still there. But then I would never, and then I was like, no, I don't need any more project bags. And it also has a tiny, and I love it. And it's like blue, like seashells and stuff. Yeah. Such a great project bag. And then I also got fabric. So the pieces that I ordered. So I got another piece of putricide. But this is a different count. So this one, so the one that I had was 20, and this is 16, and it's like a totally different, like there's not as much
Oh,
green.
that's super dark. I love it.
It's yeah, it's very gray and moody. But yeah, I love it. And then I got this grimace, which I had also been eyeing for a while. So this is an 18 count.
I love the grimace. I
Very
have one of those somewhere.
And I got this might be the one that was the bonus one. Yeah. This is Froggy Delight.
This is so cute. I like the
Yeah.
the way
It looks
it
so
kind of looks like a pond, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good for like anything with water.
Mhm.
So that was all the fabric. And then the bonus bag that I got, and she sent me a card and she was like, I'm sorry if the zipper pull is too big. What? That's the zipper pull. It's like the actual pin, like the elves gave the hobbits
Mhm.
for their cloaks. And then this is the back.
That's cute.
So it's the "Not all who wander are lost" quote from the Lord of the Rings. And then it has this like thick, like upholstered fabric inside. So very nice.
So,
And no, it is not too big. Although I might take it off because it is an actual pin.
oh, so you
I
could use it
might like
for
use it as a pin and like
oh,
put it on something to finish something. Like my Lord of the Rings fabric when I finally stitch on
perfect.
that. That was all I got from Kaylee for now. No
Did
more stuff.
you buy anything else?
No, that was it.
Mm, all right.
I don't even think I bought any other patterns, like any digital patterns.
Okay.
I know.
I got my Floss of the Month from Rolanda, and I really like these colors. They actually remind me a lot of the tones in the Roar stuff. So
Oh yeah.
colors will go in my Rolanda stash to be used in place of whatever I decide. I also shopped the Sheba Design sale. I made it on a little bit earlier than Megan. So I got, you'll recognize this guy. I got a small project folio, and I put in it my I deconstructed the box and put my dinosaur sandflare
Oh, perfect.
forest in there. So that's what's in there, but it's got this beautiful floral pattern and this other accompanying like starburst rainbow pattern, because Tula Pink does a great job of always putting like um her coordinating fabrics, right?
Yeah, like there's like the
They're always really pretty.
line with like the whatever, and then there's like the ones that go with it. Yeah.
Then I got a deluxe thread bed with a pterodactyl on it, which is fantastic. And it's full of my floss, but so good. And again, right, like she positions
Yeah, she
like
does
the
such a good job.
cutting is perfect. So um but that's not all. Melissa gives us a very generous coupon code of 20% off at Stitch North. So I had to make sure that I used it appropriately. So I also got a giant project folio with this fabric. So I've bought myself enough of this fabric to make a skirt because it's got this band on like the top and the bottom, and then it's just this in between.
Yeah.
To make a skirt, and so this will be along the bottom of the skirt. Have I done anything with it yet? Absolutely not. It's just sitting over there. I will get around to it. But with Tula Pink, if you don't buy the fabric, right, like you gotta pre-order the fabric, or else it's very hard to get large quantities. But it's so good. And then that same starburst and floral on the inside of this one. And this
Oh,
one,
yeah.
you can fit like a full size pattern in, so I will use it for something. And another thread bed with dress tops on it.
That's good. I like those.
And yeah, so I've got a full quarter pack of every single print. And then multiple yards of this, which I don't think I'll need at all. I just overbought because I didn't know which pattern I wanted to use. I still don't. That's why I haven't done anything, but
It's fair.
figure out you gotta have enough for pockets and all that jazz. So that was my Shiva designs. I also Michelle's been doing some auctions for charity, and I was the lucky bidder on this birds of a feather chart, which is hard to get, but it's so pretty. Will I stitch it? I don't know. And then the a couple times later, so she started doing these bendy boxes where she's kitting up
Oh.
patterns and things. So then she kit this up on another auction. It's like, oh well, clearly I did it too soon.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got a note, as you do, and she starts every note with "Oh Captain, my Captain," which I love. Thank you, Michelle. And then I got a little bit of a 1-2-3 stitch order. See, I'm buying with my feelings. First, I bought myself the pocketbook peacocks for the second time. Um, I honestly thought I had taken this to Stitch North because I had told Megan I'm going to bring it so you can look at the colors and maybe not have to buy the pattern again because she already has the pattern. And I already had the other pattern too, but I had bought this directly from Michelle. And then when I couldn't find it and I was making an order, I just threw it on there. And then I found it promptly after. Like this hadn't even arrived yet. And I found my real pattern. It had not gone to Stitch North. I thought I had mixed it up with the freebie table stuff. That's the only thing I could think of when I could not find it because we both swear that I had it the first night.
I was,
Honestly,
yeah, I was like,
we
yeah,
thought. So
sure.
maybe I had already had two patterns. I don't know. I don't think I did, but found it again. So I sent the second one to Megan. So now we just both have both of the pocket cups.
When will we stitch them? Unclear.
Imminently?
Yeah.
With imminent being a broad, undefined period of time.
Well, I still have to kit that one up because that one's all in Cosmo, so I have to go get the Cosmo.
It does have a DMC conversion, but the DMC colors are not going to be the same exact hues, right? Like the Cosmo stuff is punchier. But why were you ordering from 1-2-3 Stitch, Megan? Oh, let me tell you why. Because Helen's been talking about her plan to mash up Moonglow and I forget what the other one, but the other Naked Lady Nora Corbett chart. And I've had Moonglow since it came out, and it's been on my wish list, and I just have never done anything with it. And she's just talking about it so damn much that I had to buy it. So thank you, Helen. And you got to get all the water lilies. So there's all the water lilies in the pattern, which there's a lot of these are not unpricey threads, and there's like 4 or 5 of them. I don't know, but I got all of them. And then there's some DMCs, and then I got the beads as well. And there's a couple other beads that are for the other Nora Corbett that I got when we were at Gita's, and they didn't have all the beads, so now I've got all the beads for everything. And then I also, while I was ordering things, got some of the new like organic dyed wools that DMC is doing.
Oh, yeah.
I just picked colors with my heart because I want to try them. So I'll have to find something where I can use these. But I sort of picked, right, like the good palette mix of colors. I'll figure something out since I was ordering things anyway. I did that. And then I was dyeing some fabric, which I'll show you and talk about the rest of it. But this, I hadn't realized that this was not the right size because did a couple things in Monaco and I was like, well, I'll see how it comes out on linen as well. So I dyed this and I think this will be really nice. It's a little brighter than that's coming out, but I think it will be perfect for this.
Oh yeah.
32 count, so it should work with the beads and be good for that. So no harm, no foul. It was not big enough for what I was dyeing things for actually. Now I've got fabric for that. Stay put. Kaylee. So I get a fabric of the month and a bag of the month. So I'll show you those first. This one is my fabric of the month, which is, she's posted this on her shop now, so anybody can go buy it. It's called Lightly Laced, an 18 count Ada. And when I saw her, Kaylee posted an Instagram post like on Wednesday, I think it was the same day that I was finally coming home. And she said, oh, here's like a shop update with all these new things. And I was like, I need that, and I need that, and I need that. And I came home and I basically already have all of it, which I will show you, but the Lightly Laced, which I think would be really nice for like some sort of monochrome project, but you could do a darker thread here and then a lighter thread over the dark blue. Would be fun to do on that. So I have to go through my projects and figure out, but I love it. I love what she's done here with, I assume she laid the lace on top and then put the dye on it. Not trying to like divulge all of her proprietary secrets, but that's what it looks like to me. But I love it. I love it so much.
Yes, yeah, it's really cool.
She's always coming up with new things to do, and they always look fantastic. So that was my fabric of the month, and that came in this box thing that I have here, which I will talk about in a moment. And she said, "Oh, your bag of the month, I'm sending separately. It's not done yet." And then, so I had a second package when I got home. There's a bag of the month, and it's got a little card, and it says, I owe you a knitting bag because I'm alternating, but I knew you needed to have this. She sent me one of the 90s babies ones. So these ones she just posted on her website. I haven't looked if they're still there. I would imagine that they're probably selling like hotcakes. First, it has a ring pop pull.
Oh, cute.
Right? And then look at this. Okay. Right? We've got trolls. We have ring pops, cassette tapes. These. Remember those ones? Remember the T9 texting? Tamagotchis, roller skates. So good. And it's got this like lush velvet fabric and then a neon pull.
Yeah.
Really so because I definitely saw that and was like, oh, that's a good bag. Good thing that I did not shop for my car on the way home.
Yeah. Good thing you waited.
Yeah. So I also shopped the sale. And I got to, hit my price tag because I was already planning on buying it. The ice snow inspired mystery box that she has right now. And so she's been doing these boxes that are themed around different dyeing techniques. So she's dyeing the fabric and then building a box of goodies around that. And so I will show you my free bag of fabric afterwards. But in the box, there were all sorts of things. So there is a bag full here that I haven't taken out of this little package, but it is a tiny little like ice cube, which is super cute. There is a snowflake multi-tool. So it's got
Oh, that's really cool.
heads on it.
Probably very handy.
And it's like rainbow metallic, which is always fun. There is a snowflake iron-on patch,
Nice.
which is also very cute. And I've been ironing on patches to blank little bags, so that's fun. The box comes with 3 fabrics. You get to choose your fabric type. So I got 20 count Ada. I get 18 count for my fabric of the month, and then when I buy other things with her, I tend to get the 20 count. I love her Ada. Her linens are great too. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of the dyeing she does, I think, the like just the color saturations on the Ada, right? Like it takes different, right? So this one is called On Another Planet, and it is so good, so good. That dark and light mashup. I love it. So again, you can buy this in her shop now. I saw it. I loved it. It was already waiting for me. The second fabric is, oh, this one doesn't have a tag. What did she call this one? I forget what she called this one, but look at this.
Oh, I can't remember, but yeah.
So good. So good. They look like little explosions, but also like dandelion puffs. They go to seed. So good. Love it. Again, I saw it and I was like, ooh. And I don't know if you can tell, like it's blue, but there's also these like brownish tones in there. You can see it. I can't tell what I'm showing you. A little bit brownish tones. Beautiful.
It's
and
called Kapow.
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 Yes, very appropriate.
Yeah.
And then the third piece is called Motley. And look at this.
I ordered this one in my package that's coming.
Yeah. See, again, also in the shop. I was also like, ooh. So good. So good. So those will go in my stash. I also got a pin / counting pin thing. It's got a little, maybe, I don't know, snowflake at the top. That's really fun. There's other things. It came with a reusable ice cube, and it says sweetheart on it.
Cute.
Fun. I've got other reusable ice cubes that are in my freezer, but since we moved to this house and there is a built-in ice maker, I don't use reusable ice cubes very much, but they're smart still. And then she sent in this box a set of 30 weight sulkies, arranged on this thematic ice cube tray. And these are fun, like long ice cubes. But the colors are beautiful.
Yeah.
This I think is the same one. I'm not putting them back in. But this one, is this the same blue that you? Yeah.
I think so. I was gonna say it looks like the same blue. Yeah.
So I might try stitching like tinier stitching.
Yeah.
Just use one thread because you doubled it up, right?
I did. Yeah, I did like the loop start and I folded it over.
Yeah. So
once you're doing a smaller one, it might be.
Yeah, and then if I don't like it for that, because it is like it's not cotton, it's a satin finish on these ones, which is why they're so shiny. I always just use them when I'm sewing things, right? Like
I put it in my.
That's what they're technically built for, is to go through the sewing machine, but
yeah, I used it for finishing some like hand stitching stuff that I did.
Yeah, that too. So there's that thread. This box, I'm telling you. I'm missing one thing of thread. It has a bag, which look at all these cute animals.
That's cute.
I can't even pick my favorite. They're so good. And it's got this fun accompanying fabric and got a little snowflake charm. Just bags. They're so good. And then it also comes with a pattern from your friend of mine, Allie Misfit Stitches, whose design name is Light of the Moon Studios. She designed this pattern for the box, Drifting Dream. And you get fabric and floss to stitch it. We're gonna start it. I think maybe this month. I'm not sure. I'm gonna talk to Allie more about it. But she's living her summer life and she's not online as much, which is great for her. I should be online less. So we'll figure it out. But if you get the box and you get the kit and you want to stitch with us, let us know. It's really pretty and it's not huge. I don't know. 90-ish by 50.
Oh yeah.
So, and like not full coverage, right? So but it's really pretty. And this fabric doesn't have a name, but I might as well pull it out and show it to you and make you want it more. It's one of her
that's really
items like this. But yeah. But right, like you put the big snowflake. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Gonna be good. So because I spent whatever the threshold was buying this kit, right? Like it attacked you.
I may have to affix this to the wall.
I recommend it. If you don't want a repeat of that.
It's because I moved my chair.
Okay, yeah.
It would have been fine if I had moved my chair.
Buy the box regardless. It's a good box. The other boxes also look really good. And now I'm like, oh, do I go and buy the, because I think they're still for sale. Like
I think all of them are still there. I'm the gravity box. The gravity box looks really cool.
Yeah. And so for my fabric, Kaylee sent this 28 count. I think this is Lugana, not linen. Does she say or just say? Yeah, Lugana. In the colorway Jupe Jupes.
Oh yeah.
Is beautiful. And this piece is huge.
Yeah.
Right? That's great. Beautiful. Can't get enough of it, of any of it. And then she sent me a message after I made my order saying, can I send you something else other than a bag that I've been working on? And she sent me a picture, and that's not what she sent me, but she's working on, a project folio type thing because people love them. We all love them. Everybody loves them. I was like, well, yeah, sure. Like, that's fine. Like,
yeah,
do it. Use me as your test subject. And then I open it. And what does she send me but a Lord of the Rings project folio like this. And it got a little loop, so it closes, but it gets better. So on one side, got little pockets for all your flosses, which I've been debobbining, but floss tags also, right? Like you put whatever in there. Or the other thing I'm thinking about, because I want to, part of like my floss wall with my DMC is that I don't want to put like a full DMC into projects anymore.
Yeah.
So I could just put little stickers on here and put the DMC number and then just put a little
strands. Yeah.
And then on the other side, so there's this little needle minder and there's a magnet there as well. There's a scissor pocket, which you think that I would have scissors. Here's a pair of scissors. Boop. She's got this counting pin, which is a little broken sword, very thematic. And then there's a little leaf in this other doodaddy thing, but you can also use these if you've got like floss cards, right? loop
Yeah,
them
like put
together.
like your ring on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then in the middle, she's got a zipper pouch, which I love because then you can put all your odds and ends and anything else you need. It's felt, so you're like spare
Oh,
thread, like you can use it as a thread bed. And she attached it. Now, of course, I'm on screen, so it's not going to come off with a zipper. So you can take your pouch out completely if you need to, or you want to use it as a thread bed, and then you've got the whole.
wow.
Kaylee, you're ingenious.
Yes. I was also just thinking those little pockets would be good for your little beads.
Oh
If,
yeah.
you know, right? Because you could just put your little boxes of beads in there
Let's see.
if you didn't have bobbins or whatever.
I feel like they might not be quite big enough for these Mill Hill boxes. Yeah, they're not.
Okay.
Like they're technically wide enough, but because the box is so deep,
Okay.
it doesn't have enough give. Yeah.
Hmm. Well,
But I
so,
like where you went with that. If you put your beads in little baggies or something, you could do that.
yeah.
If you
Yeah.
only needed some and you didn't want to put all of your whole box in there.
Mhm.
Because lots of people transfer them into bead storage things, right? Like they don't keep them in
Yeah.
the building. So then you could just put a little baggie in there. But I love it. Um,
Yeah, that's
the
really good.
card that she wrote me on this, which I'm not sure where I've stuck it now, suggested that she might be thinking about making like a Lord of the Rings like ensemble.
Oh.
This, the bag, etc. that she
Yeah.
sent to Megan. So I mean, watch for it. Um, I love this. I
It's
am going to for now put my, even though my Marie tapestry is already in a bag and whatever, I'm
Mhm.
still gonna put my stuff in here because I need to use this for finishing the bottom of it.
Mhm.
But, I'm a giant nerd and I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Mhm. I feel like we have been talking for 18,000 hours about stuff that we bought. I have a couple
What
other
else is
things.
new?
I have a couple other things. I bought a few things. I'm gonna. Oh no! Fine. Pick it up later.
Oh no,
I
did
gotta
your
figure out my new space
that like
because
your stuff fell down?
yeah, it's all fine.
How dare.
It's all fine. So where do I start? I got the third year of the Fangirl Fibers Pokemon Advent Yarn. Not Advent, but Pokemon box. It's 31 days of Pokemon yarns
Yeah.
for July. I have opened all my colors already because I have no chill. And so this is the third one. So I have now 93 Pokemon themed yarns. And my understanding is she was doing 3 years and that's it. And I'm telling myself that if she has another one next year, whatever. But I've been waiting for this. And now I am painstakingly, I've sent Megan a couple of photos, but I've taken photos of all the yarns. And I'm trying to figure out if I want to use them all because I'm going to make a blanket with all of it. They're just mini skeins. Could you imagine if I had 93 full skeins? And there are a few that I would not mind to have a larger quantity of. She did dye some of the first box last year, so I wonder if she'll do full skeins of the second. I don't know what she whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sure if I messaged her and desperately needed something, she would work with me on it. But I've decided I'm just gonna do like a granny square blanket. So I'm just gonna start and just keep going around and just like use all of a mini skein and then the next color. Because I was trying to make it complicated, like how many stitches can I get out of mini skein? Right? Whatever. I'm just gonna do that. It will be very mindless work. If I hold the strands double, it won't become too huge of a blanket either. So I'm trying to figure out if I want to do them in just like the order that I open them. So the order that Emily did them in. If I want to do them like if I want to make like a fade, like a hue shift of all 93 and just like mix and match where they are. Or if I want to put them in the order of their Pokemon number. And then there's like there's 12 or 13 that are not actually Pokemon. There's some themed on energy. There's like a Pokemon trainer. Like there's a few that aren't actually Pokemon. So then I'd have to figure out where to put those, but put them in their Pokemon order. So I am slowly, painstakingly, as I just need something to do for a few minutes, putting all those little photos into the different orders, and I'm gonna look at the like how the colors lay out. And
Oh yeah.
I'm putting way too much thought into this. Probably I should probably just put them in whatever order. I could also just put them all in a bag and just pull one and do it. But I do want them in some sort of order where I can sort of like have a list of which ones were which. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
I'll care. Maybe I won't care. But anyways, all that to say is that there are also always a few other things in the box. So we got these really fun stitch markers that are just these little enamel Pokemon things. We got a Pikachu shaped, whatever these are, the bubble pop things, which
Like fidget
are
things.
fidget toys, but knitters use them as row counters to keep track of your rows. So it does make sense both in that it is Pikachu, but also the knitting community has leaped on to using
That
these
makes
for
sense.
counters. But also like look how fucking cute that is.
Yeah, that's so cute.
He can go up here with Grogu. Grogu and the Queen of Swords. It's a good trio. And then there's also been a bag every year, and this year we got a Snorlax knitting, and I love him so much.
That is cute.
And then I will put all my yarns in it. They're still upstairs, but they'll be perfect. And she sent us a couple little Halloween, so they're all like ghost Pokemons. Some Pokemon cards.
Oh no.
I do not have a Pokemon card collection. I did not really play the actual trading card game, just video game Pokemons, but they're cute. I can put them in things. I can tuck them in packages for other people. What else did I buy? I bought all sorts of things that are not necessarily cross stitch related. One thing that I got while I was on my trip. So this was on the ferry, in the ferry shop. You always got to check out the ferry shop. And it is a light. And I bought it because in the winter when we go and walk Boss, like he's got lights on him and whatever, but it's so dark. It is so dark for like so many months of the year when we are walking him after work. And now I will be a headlight. But then when we were leaving the ferry and we're sitting there, you guys, it is a process. This ferry only like a lot of the ferries in BC, like the big ferries, you drive on and then you drive off the other way. This one only has a gate on one side, so it is a process to get on because they're like getting you on and getting people turned around. And then after they run out of room to do that, people are coming on, and then they've got to do this whole thing for it. It is a thing. You have to show up at the ferry like 2 hours before the ferry actually goes because they need everybody there to load you on. Like it is a thing. So we're sitting there to leave the ferry, and we're in the belly of the ferry. It's dark. I was like, I wonder if this light is super good for cross stitching in the dark. So it's also it's you just charge it with a USB. Like this comes out. So this can go through the wash. This comes out and you charge it with a USB.
That is fantastic.
Pops right in. So
yeah.
I bought it to walk my dog in the winter. But I think it's more uses in my life. The brand is Nightscope if you're interested.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the light's got a few different levels, so they market it as like a flashlight for no hands while you're camping, and I'm like, I will do better. Other things I bought while I was on my trip. I bought these beautiful halibut frames, which made by a Haida artist. Their name is Amy. I don't know what their last name is. They live in Old Masset, but they are beautiful. They are argillite stone carvings, which Haida artists are very famous for, and I love them. And I also bought, I'm just showing you things from my vacation now. I should have gotten photos ready too, but This is made from bull kelp. So they've done this.
Really?
This is somebody I took a photo of. They only had one card left at the studio at the museum gallery where I bought it. But I love it. It's got a little head. I love bull kelp. Bull kelp is amazing. It's just very cool. But you find it washed up on the beach all the time, right? Because it just dislocates and whatever. But it's very cool. Very strict rules to not get this wet at all. And I can understand why, because then it will be reconstituted bull kelp. Nobody wants that. But I love it. I have very fond memories of when I used to spend months and months and months living on the beach. We would draw faces on the bull kelps. We were not quite Tom Hanks castaway level living on the beach, but so this just also really reminded me. I'm not going to draw a face on this because it's a work of art in itself. But
Yeah.
what am I going to keep in this? I have no idea yet. Where is it going to live? I have no idea yet. But
Just many trinkets.
I own it now.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing. Oh, I almost forgot about other happy mail. It was my birthday, and my friend Michelle, Chinook Crafter, did like a little send me your address and I'll send you a birthday card. So she sent me this beautiful flamingo. And it's funny because this showed up in the mail. I was like, how did she know it was my birthday in time to send this to be time for my birthday? And then like a little while later, I was like, oh wait, she requested birthdays. I solicited this card.
Yeah.
Birthday information. Right? Because I don't think I don't talk about it a ton, like, oh, it's gonna be my birthday, right? So how did she know? I don't know. I also got this birthday present from my godson,
Nice.
who is the cutest, and his parents, Peter and Sean.
Yeah. I like the feather.
Yeah, right. Nice
Very,
touch.
Yeah.
Nice touch. But
very mixed media.
yeah, he'll go here. I have so many beautiful works of art. I love a lot. Digital patterns, in addition to the Cherokee basket pattern one from the Craft Experimentalist, I also bought their Pride Month release for this year, which I'm sure you've seen elsewhere, but they did this beautiful Stonewall garden. And all of the imagery have specific meanings for the queer community, and their fight for equality. I have no idea when I will start this. It's quite a chunky one, but it is beautiful. And I, wanted to support a great artist in our community. And then I guess the only other thing that I have in my pile, I think, is the other fabrics I dyed. So these ones are both 28 count Monaco. And I'm dyeing this. This is for, I have yearning to do the octopus's. No, sorry. I was not.
Garden? The octopus garden? Something like that.
No, it's Treasure Cove.
Oh, that's it.
I think.
Yeah.
It's a chatelaine. Okay. So I've bought the pattern and I've ordered the treasure cave. I've ordered the kit from, so I'm just getting the picture to show the people.
I was looking at them the other day because I do really like that something nights one, which is really pretty. This one is amazing. I do love it.
So I love this so much, and it's shown on both a light and a dark fabric. I think you need to do it on the dark fabric for the colors.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
All the specialty stitches and things, like, I don't know. I was always like, oh, I'm not really into chatelaines until Steph. Oh, what is her handle? Nah, I can't think of her handle. She does a lot of streaming on Twitch. Sorry, Steph. If you watch us, I don't know if you do. It'll come to me. But she started this. I think she started it for a birthday recently.
Oh, okay.
And I just closed that and I didn't mean to.
Is it the stuff that we always raid
Yes.
after?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember it either. Dang. I know
But I wanted to do it on a blue. If you go to the Chatelaine page, she features a finish by a stitcher named Natalia. She did it on like a mottled blue and whatever.
Oh, yeah.
That's where I took my inspiration from.
Yeah.
So I tried out just a couple things. So this I really like. It's got like that purple undertone to it, and I think it turned out beautifully. So this is the one that I think I'm gonna stitch it on.
Yeah, it definitely looks like
when
you're
I get
underwater.
when I get all my things. So I was in the middle of saying, so I ordered from the European Cross Stitch, I think is the place that does the kits. I ordered the like everything but Gloriana one because if you order the ones where you get the Gloriana from them, it takes years. I mean, it takes forever to get Gloriana from anywhere else. So they'll send me the beads and the jewels and the other flosses at some point. I don't know how long it takes. I think it'll still be a few months anyway, but that fabric is ready. I had intended for my birthday to start with just even the DMC. And then my friends Michelle and Nati are have already gotten, I think, half the Glorianas I need, and then are keeping their eyes out at Acorns and Threads for the other half. But I also did reach out to Traditional Stitches. They of course had none of what I needed in stock because that's the way it goes. So they've put in an order as well, and so I'll either get more than I need if Michelle and Nati get it early because I mean I've already ordered it from Traditional Stitches. I can't whatever. And then I'll just have more Gloriana, which I don't think anybody's gonna complain about, or whatever. I'll get it.
Use it for something else. Yeah.
Yeah. But I also, just because I wasn't sure how it was gonna come out, I did one with a bit more a bit less of the dark blue and more of the other colors. Which came out beautiful. And
like
maybe you know, it's a little lighter on one end, a little darker on the other. But as a 28 count, maybe there's another Nora Corbett or something.
Oh yeah.
One of her ocean mermaid type things, potentially.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever else I catch a bug for. So
yeah.
I don't dislike the process of dyeing fabric. But I now have a very blue bathtub upstairs, which is not the end of the world. Because the bathtubs need to be replaced at some point. They're ancient and tiny. But like I don't have like a utility sink in this house, which is where I would dye fabric usually. So it's just a little like, where do you do it? What do I stain? But I
those plastic like dish bins from like the dollar store.
Well, I have containers, but like for like the rinsing out, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, it's still. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it just makes me appreciate all the wonderful fabric dyers in our community who do like dyeing fabric and do such a good job. So, and I lied when I said that was all I had to talk. But I also have, I went to a fabric store in Prince Rupert because it was the only place to get DMC, and I was thankful that there was a place to get DMC. Anyways,
yeah,
but it's very dangerous to go to a fabric store, especially when you have nothing else to do. I was very good, I think. So I got this kit. So they do, I guess, one of these every year. This is the store. And so these wall built salmon trollers. So this is a person, built these boats that apparently are quite famous for fishing back in the day. So they built them in Prince Rupert, and so it's very thematic. But I do love an orca. I love the mountains, and I just thought, you know, a nice memento of my unplanned week in Rupert. And so it comes with all of the fabric, and it is an applique type situation, right? So I have the world's largest supply of double-sided fusible interfacing stuff because of a purchasing mishap. Whatever, it's fine. So I've got all the things I need between the kit and what I already own. And I mean, I'm gonna need a bigger piece of plain fabric to fuse it onto, but I've got stuff that I can use. So I will do that at some point. But it's all there. So I messaged Megan when I did that. I said, I guess I'm an applique quilter now too. And then they had some pre-cut fat quarters of the Stardust print from Tula Pink, and I love this print so much. And I like it comes on all these different backgrounds, and when she releases new things, she sometimes has it on different toned backgrounds. So I just picked up a couple.
Yeah.
I like the fabric. I like to use it in things. And then I got, so this is Free Spirit is the print company. The artist, I don't want to say the name. They recently changed their name. And I don't know. Like I follow that they are a tattoo artist.
Is this the whale one that you got?
No.
Oh,
Okay. So their name is Ray Howard.
wait.
I'm just gonna see. I'll have to figure out what their tattoo account is, but they've got they have a fabric account. Oh, their tattoo. Okay, they link back. Their fabric account on Instagram is club_Hauer, which is HAUER, and it's dedicated to their fabric prints. And then their tattoo account is now club.Hauer on Instagram.
Okay.
So yeah, but they've recently shared new pronouns and a new name, so I just don't want to use the name that it says on the border of the fabric because that's not
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah.
but this beautiful print of these cats.
Yeah, that's really nice.
And these rabbits. So I got a piece of that. And the people in the shop were like, "Oh, what are you planning? Like, are you matching up?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just buying with my heart."
I love that, like when people are like, when you go to a fabric shop and they're like, "Yeah, what's the project that you need stuff for?" And I'm like, I don't know. Like,
life. The project is life.
I
And
just
then
want nice fabric.
yeah. And then I walked into the shop and there was a display of, projects and things, and there was a bag made out of this fabric. And I just about died. And the first thing I did before I even like touched the DMC was walk around that shop until I found the fabric. Make sure that I buy that fabric.
Yeah.
Look at this.
It's
So good. So good. So I bought
so
a full yard meter, whatever. However they cut it. Some shops here cut in yards and some shops cut in meters.
Mine says they can do either one.
I mean, I'm sure everybody can do either one, but
Depending on what
generally I find that they tend to price it on one or the other. And that's yeah, but isn't this beautiful? So
really
good. So good. And I don't know, I couldn't find anything else that appeared to be in the same collection. This one, the artist is Lorraine Turner, so I'm gonna look it up and see what else. Right, like there might be. Do these whales exist in other colors per se? Right. So I'll look it up. I haven't done that yet because I've been home for 2 days really and at work for those 2 days. But yeah. So I think that this video is probably pretty long, and an hour of it is just me talking about stuff.
You know, we did one a little while ago where didn't I have just like a ton of haul and we ended up calling it the Megan show. I feel like this is gonna be your Megan show.
And like, not everything, I don't know, things just arrive, right? It's not like it was all in this time frame that all the purchases happened. It's just things arrive.
Yeah.
And that's how it is.
Sometimes.
Yeah. I think
Um,
we've probably
I have
talked
some
your ear off.
plans.
Plans. Okay. Yeah.
I have to finish some WIP calls from June, so my Stitches Grimoire, and then I didn't even touch a full coverage piece, and I have to do 10 hours of a full coverage piece. So I will do that soon. And then I said I was going to do my biomes as the pick a whip. And then I think I'm caught up after that on all of my June ones. And then for July, my calls were monochrome and a Quaker. So I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna do Mother Nature by Marumi Designs as my monochrome one because I really want to finish it because I really want to start the owl that was in the Halloween just cross stitch.
Have you all seen this?
Yeah, I think we need to show. I think we need to show the people. It's so good.
If
I
you
really
haven't seen it, go see
I
it. If your library uses Libby, it's possible that you're able to access
yeah,
the
definitely be able to get it. And I have so much orange fabric. I just have to pick which one I think would be the best. Yeah. And then I think I want to do maybe not just black, but like a dark variegated
mhm.
something for the
Yeah.
and then like a white or like a light for the other one. But I mean, she would want me to play around with it. I know.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I love the owl. I think he's so cute. So I really want to start that one. But I'm gonna finish another one before I start that one. And then for my Quaker, since it's summer, I was thinking I would do summer Quaker. 10 hours on that would get me some good progress. Or get my pirate Quaker back out.
Mhm.
Maybe both. Who knows? We'll see. And then my quirky Quaker Woodco calls for July are an object. So I'm gonna do the Christmas bauble. And then seasonal. So again, it's summer, so I want to do something like ocean beach themed. I think I'm gonna do the jellyfish because I've had the floss for it for forever. I still have to buy the pattern because I never actually bought the bundle when they came out. But yeah, I just think the colors are really nice for like a summer one because they're like kind of like that pastel thing.
Love a jellyfish.
Yeah, so those will be my July plans. And then obviously I want to keep working on my Stitch for Pride. I want to at least do May this month and then maybe start June. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. And then I haven't touched my Dudley Aquarium Sal.
I haven't started it.
I have two other cells that I also haven't started. So
yeah,
who knows? I don't know. I feel like I need to sign up for less things moving forward and get caught up on stuff that I do want to work on and want to finish.
I am trying to lean into the Jomo and not just buy everything, right? So like Nuri's taking up space pattern, I love. I have not bought it yet because I was like, I bought 2 last year and didn't start either.
Yeah.
Right. So I started the Freedom.
And I want to do. Did you see somebody finish the Dune Teeth freebies like as a long?
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, and now I'm like, dang, I want to do that because they're really good, and it would look so cool to have them all together rather than like individual. So, but yeah, I'm gonna do taking
I
up
saw
space.
somebody was doing them and is gonna do a drum with them. Who was I watching? I watched a lot of Flosstube.
That would also be very cute. Yeah.
I forget who was doing that. Julie, maybe? Kansas City girl?
Oh, maybe. I didn't finish her WIP Parade yet.
Whoever's doing it, I also like the idea of doing it as a drum finish.
Yeah. So yeah, that'll be my July.
And yeah, I'm gonna finish my Jack of the Forest today, probably. I want to work on all like my stitch along type things, my Yalda to Naru's, my Stitch for Pride, my biomes, figure out with Allie when we're gonna start the Drifting Dream pattern. I do want to stitch more on Freedom motif before I put it away. I don't know that I will stitch the whole thing in one go, but maybe I'll get, into it and do it, because I do like, I find her design style is very meditative for stitching, right? Like you change things up, but there's also like a flow to it, right? So
There's like nice little chunks.
yeah. I'm gonna start Thursday Goes Goth, because she's kitted and she's ready and she's been waiting for me, and I can belatedly celebrate both Megan's birthday and Dee's top surgery. I'm gonna organize a Fellowship of the Rings Zoom.
Yes.
For some point this month. I was gonna do it last weekend, and I was late getting the thing out, and then I wasn't home. So it's good that I didn't, because I probably could have technically. I didn't have mine with me. I don't, whatever.
I mean, you could have switched on something else, but
yeah, these are the things. Yeah, and then who knows, right? Like what I say today is not even what I will do tomorrow. Let's be honest. So I have a tarot swap to do as well that I have not started.
I'm not signing up for any more swaps.
I have the pattern. I picked it, and it's supposed to be stitched by the end of July, and it's not huge. But I should probably start there.
I definitely am getting the FOMO from seeing everyone getting their swaps, but then at the same time, I'm like,
I had to keep telling myself, you're feeling stressed. You're feeling stressed. You have 2 round robins to do. You have this other swap. Don't do it. Just don't do it. You can get on the next one again.
Yeah, they're not
like I hadn't even finished this one, and it just yeah.
Exactly. And I really
finish my cleanup.
I have just a crazy amount of WIPs that are so close to being finished that I'm just like not stitching on them. That I'm like,
there's so many in here that haven't been touched for however long. Maybe I should stitch some of these. Just pull one out at random, do some stitching.
Exactly. Yeah. I need to get back to some of my older ones that are like stuff that, especially now, because I'm so much faster of a stitcher, and like things that I started that are on like 14 count that I could just be like,
be done.
Yeah. So that's going to be the focus for the next few months. And then I want to start the sals that I bought, but not yet.
We'll get there. Yeah, I think I might start the Deadly Aquarium. I am loving what I'm seeing.
All the drops when they come out, I'm like, I want to stitch that right now.
so maybe I'll start. I'm not gonna like do anything unsustainable, like say I'm gonna catch up. That's not gonna happen. But yeah, I just love it so much. So
yeah. And I was supposed to start Fish and Ships.
Oh yeah, I have that ready to start.
It's still kitted up, ready to go.
All these things.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, I don't know. So we'll do whatever we do, and we'll be back at some point to show you what we did in July, and we will also have a conversation and figure out mid-year WIP Parade. Hopefully we can convince our special guest to come back. I think she said she would, so let's confirm that and figure out.
Definitely will. It's just going to be about scheduling.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, giveaway.
Oh yes. Yeah. So we did a giveaway.
We had 2 copies up for giveaway last time, and only one person put their name in. So Heather Ellis, who is a new to us viewer, so welcome Heather. We're glad you're here. Megan, because she is physically closer to you, will send you the chart. And we will say, like, we'll keep the thing open if other folks are interested, we do have a second one of the Tiny Monitorist Always Time for Tea to send out. I was not surprised at the low entry rate, considering that many of our friends also received this at Stitch North, or were already into the Tea Time series. So, so congratulations, Heather. A chart will make its way to you, and then if anybody is watching and does not have the Tiny Monitorist Always Time for Tea chart yet and wants it, there will be a Google form linked below. Fill it out, and this could be yours. Your chances are very good. Chances are very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, all you have to do around here if you want to win our giveaway is enter.
I mean, we had quite a higher level of interest than normal in the sewing shop gift card.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So that one was steeper choices. So I think the biggest thing is because we're giving away things and people who watch us regularly are like into the same things, and so we're trying to give things to people who already have them. That's fine.
Yeah.
It is what it is. We're just trying to share the love, and things will land with the people that they are meant to land with. Okay.
That's it. We'll see you in a few weeks.
Absolutely. At some point.